We're kicking it off with my Cheats Xo beef and burnt eggplant. The Everdure, it's fired up nice and hot. But first things first, what I'm going to do is actually make a little marinade for our steaks, set them aside, bring them up to room temperature. We'll get onto the eggplant, cook our steaks, make a little sauce. We'll be eating very, very soon. All right. Okay, so as you can see, the strip loin has been cut down into some beautiful strip steaks. And what we're going to do is just add a few little dry spices to it. So I've got a Chinese 5-spice mix, which I'm just going to dust over the top. Do this in sort of layers. We've got some salt as well. That goes in, rub it around. We'll give it a flip. Do the other side. Oh, it looks so good. Been quite generous here. So Chinese 5-spice, a bit of a classic ingredient. Super delicious. Goes really well with the beef. Okay, a little bit more salt, season it up quite nicely. These are looking great. I'm going to set these aside, let them come to room temperature while we get onto the eggplant. Eggplant, really simple. I'm just going to cut the eggplant down into quarters. Really nice sort of pyramid shapes. They're going to go onto the grill, get that skin nice and charred up. And these are going to end up getting smothered in our Xo sauce as well. So lots of flavour in this dish. And they can just sit there on the skin, get all that smoke, all that flavour. We'll flip them as we go. But first, let's make our Cheats Xo sauce. This is definitely not traditional, but it still packs that delicious flavour punch. I've got some pancetta here, which we're going to sort of cook down, let all that delicious pork fat render out, get slightly crispy, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. All right, so when we're barbecuing, we're always multitasking. We got the kids in the background, we got the eggplant on here, it's all happening. Maybe a cold drink in the hand, but I think I need to turn this eggplant. We're getting a little bit of colour on the skin, just starting to wilt a little bit. So I'm going to put it flesh side down, just roll it over. We want these nice and soft and delicious. All right, we'll keep rolling with that. Pancetta's looking good, starting to crisp up, as you can see, rendering out all that fat and flavour. We'll just keep that going a few more minutes. Okay, crispy pancetta is exactly where we want it. Now, basically, we can just go in with our other ingredients. So I'm going to go with our little echalot that's been finely chopped up. We've got some garlic, out you come. We've got some ginger. Seriously flavour packed, oh my gosh. Mouth is watering. So I'm going to let these just sort of sweat down a little bit in all that delicious pancetta sort of render. Keep stirring it around, mixing it about. Let's have a little look at these eggplant. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good bit of colour, I'll give them another flip. There we go, they're only going to need a couple more minutes. We'll chuck them aside, let them cool, let them get all nice and juicy and tender. That's all sort of sweat down nicely. We're going with our chili flakes, make it as spicy or as not as you like. I'm going to go for a bit of heat here, so good whack of chili. We got our shrimp paste. Put a little shrimp paste in there. Gives it that little funk. Some soy sauce goes in. Brown sugar. Some rice wine vinegar. Beautiful. Stir that through. Look at that. This Cheats Xo is another level. So, so good. Just going to add a little vegetable oil to the mix just to have it so we can lubricate. Yum, sweet, spicy, salty, exactly what I love when you're having a steak, that real hit of umami. Gonna turn that off, let it do its thing. Pull out our eggplant, pile them up. As you can see, nice char on there, nice bit of color, so, so good. Whenever you're cooking your red meat, bring it up to room temperature, let it do its thing before it hits the grill, okay? So nice and hot, the bars are hot, the Everdure Fusion is looking absolutely amazing, and that sizzle is exactly what we want. Chinese 5-spice sort of pricking up already, The flavor from the coals is going to be amazing. All that beautiful fat will render out nicely, add flavor to the coals and the steak itself. Okay, time to flip. Steak's looking good. Oh yeah, really good. Good crust, good color. Delicious. Love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, steaks can come off. Let them rest, do their thing. Look at those. Hello, there you are. Delicious. Chinese broccoli can come in. Just going to take the end off. There we go. Straight onto the bars. Just a little wilt here, just to sort of let them droop. So we're just going to turn them one last time. A little bit of char. Going to pop them onto a little plate over here. Delicious. Drizzle some of our squeaky gate all-rounder over the Chinese broccoli. There we go. Really simple. I'm going to grab a nice, juicy looking steak. A couple of pieces of our burnt eggplant on there. Some of these greens. How can I forget it? The flavor maker, some Cheats Xo sauce, which can basically just plop on top of the steak. All that flavor, that texture, along with our eggplant as well. Bit of spice, bit of love, and then just to be a little bit fancy, we're going to go with some micro herbs over the top. And that looks delicious. We've got our beautiful right to roam strip loin cooked over the charcoal. Bit of a burnt eggplant there, some greens, and of course that Cheats Xo sauce. For a steak like this, if you go to your local butcher and they don't have it, make sure you ask for it. Right to roam, it's delicious stuff.